Good morning, students. This is 12th standard botany video class, video 3. In this video, we are going to continue the lesson classical genetics. Dear students, in the previous video class, we have seen the contribution of Mendel to genetics is named as Mendelism. Due to his contribution, is named as father of genetics. Life history of Georg Johann Mendel. Why he has chosen pea plant, that is Pisum sativum plant, for his experimental work. How his hybridization experimental work was successful. Then why Mendel has chosen pea plant for his experiment. That is, the garden pea plant is an annual plant showing 7 contrasting characters. These 7 contrasting characters are controlled by single gene which is present separately in different chromosomes. Self-fertilization and cross-fertilization is possible in this plant. So the flowers which are very larger in size. So emasculation. What is emasculation? Removal of pollen grains from the flower by artificial method or by the experimenter. That process is called emasculation. And pollination, transfer of pollen grains from one flower to another flower, is also very easy in this plant. That's why he has chosen pea plant for his experiment. Then Mendel's experiment on pea plant is also, we have seen how the plants which are showing heterozygosity and homozygosity in the next generation, how 2 breeding lines are produced from his experiment for several generations. How these pure line breedings are used in the hybridization process also we have seen in the previous video class. Then 7 contrasting characters of pea plant also we have seen in the table column. Which one is the dominant trait and which one is the recessive trait also we have seen in this table. Then 7 contrasting characters of Pisum sativum with the genes present in the chromosome also we have seen in the previous video class. After this Mendel's period, after this Mendel's period, 3 scientists from Austria, Germany and Holland, they rediscovered the Mendel's experiment. Those 3 biologists are named as Hugo de Vries, Carl Carson, Erich von Tischermark. Are the 3 biologists rediscovered Mendel's experiment. Then we have seen the terminology which is related to the Mendelism also we have seen in the previous video class. That is, the single gene which is present in the chromosome showing the alternate form of character, that is called alleles. These alleles are identical. Pair of alleles which is present in the genes showing the identical characters means that is named as homozygous. The dominant characters are symbolized with a capital letter. At the same time, the single gene which has 2 different alleles are named as heterozygous. The non-true breeding plants are heterozygous and also named as hybrids. The dominant alleles are symbolized with capital letter The recessive alleles are symbolized with a small letter. The pair of recessive alleles which is present in the gene is named as homozygous recessive alleles. A pair of dominant alleles which is present in the gene is denoted as homozygous dominant alleles. Then, in a single gene, one dominant allele and one recessive allele which is named as heterozygous tall plant. So, these are all the different terminology which is related to the mechanism. After this only we have seen in the previous video class. Today in this video we are going to see the Mendelian inheritance, that is Mendel's law. Different law is there: law of dominance, law of segregation, law of independence assortment, monohybrid cross, Mendel's analytical and empirical approach, then the test cross which is divided into two: homozygous tall test cross and heterozygous tall test cross. Dear students, before going to see the Mendel's law or Mendelism, we are going to see the Mendel's gene identification for regulating white color in peas. So the question is given here: can you identify Mendel's gene for regulating white color in peas? Let us find the molecular answer to understand the gene function. Now the genetic mystery of the Mendel's white flower is solved. It is quite fascinating to trace the Mendel's gene. In 2010, the gene which is responsible for regulating flower color in peas were identified by an international team of researchers. That is, the garden pea plant which are producing two types of flowers. These two types of flowers which are produced by hybridization process. How they are showing the hybridization process in pea plant, which are quite fascinating. The color of the flower is traced by the Mendel's gene. This regulation and responsible of the gene flower color in peas were identified by some researcher in 2010. It was called P gene A, which encodes the protein that functions as a transcription factor, which is responsible for the production of anthocyanin pigment. Dear students, the pea plant which are having the gene is called a P gene A, which encodes the protein and functions. This protein which are function as a transcription factor responsible for the production of anthocyanin pigment. So the flowers are look like in the form of purple color due to the anthocyanin pigment which is produced by the protein present in the gene A of the pea plant. So the plant with the white color flowers do not have the anthocyanin pigment, even though they have the gene with the encode the enzyme involved in the anthocyanin synthesis. Dear students, in the pea plant, they are having the anthocyanin pigment producing gene is called a gene A, that is P gene A, which are producing the protein or which contains the protein which is responsible for the production of anthocyanin pigment. That's why the color of the pea plant That is, the flower color of the pea plant is purple in color. But the white color flower in pea plant is also having the P gene A, and also which contains the protein to produce the anthocyanin pigment. But the color of the flower is white. Why it is said to be white in color? Dear students, the researchers delivered the reason. Normal copies of gene A into the cell of the petals of white flowers by the gene gun method. That is, a white color flower which are having the gene A. The copies of the gene A artificially introduced into the petal of the white flowers by gene gun method. So gene gun method is a type of method to introduce the gene or DNA fragments into the floral pods in the laboratory by man is called gene gun method. When a gene A entered into the smaller percentage of white flower cells expressed in those particular cells, accumulated anthocyanin pigments and became purple. That is, the white color flower which is modified into purple color by the removal of anther from the white flower and the transfer of the pollen grains from the purple color to the white color. So next generation which are producing the purple color flower, how it is white color flower which is modified into purple color flower means by the injection of gene A which is present in the purple color is injected into the white color flower petals by gene gun method, which is accumulated the large amount of anthocyanin pigment. That's why the white color flower which is modified into purple. So in the white color flowers, gene A sequence which contains the DNA having single nucleotide change that makes the transcription factor inactive. So the mutant form of the gene A do not accumulate anthocyanin, hence they are white. So what will happen? The gene A which is present in the white color flower of the pea plant is also having the protein substance which are producing anthocyanin pigment, but the DNA which are having the single nucleotide sequence which makes the anthocyanin pigment to inactive. That's why the mutant form of the gene A do not accumulate anthocyanin pigments, hence they are white in color. So this is the interaction or hybridization process which is taken place between purple color of the pea plant flower with the white color flower hybridization method is taken place by Mendel's experiment. That is, anthocyanin pigment which is responsible for purple color which is present in the P gene A. The anthocyanin pigments produced by the protein present in the gene A. That's why the flower of the pea plant is purple. The same gene which is present in the white flower also containing protein substance producing anthocyanin pigment, but the gene A, due to mutation, they are unable to accumulate the anthocyanin pigment in the pea plant, so the color of the flower is white in color. So that's why the question is arised. Why the mental gene for regulating white color in peace? White color in peace. The molecular answer is to understand the gene function. Now the genetic mystery of Mendel's white flower is solved into purple color. Dear students, I hope have you all understood how white color flower of the pea plant, which is modified into purple color by the hybridization process of Mendelian experiment. Now we are going to see Mendelian inheritance, that is Mendel's law of heredity. Dear students, based on the hybridization experiment and this observation, Mendel has proposed two rules, that is the observation on the monohybrid cross. Today these rules are named as law of inheritance. The first law is the law of dominance and the second law is the law of segregation. These two laws which play an important role in the history of evolution. So based on the observation of monohybrid cross, Mendel has proposed two laws, that is rules. One is law of dominance, another one is the law of segregation. Today, these rules are named as law of inheritance. So these two laws play an important role in the history of evolution. First one, the law of dominance. Dear students, the character or a trait which is controlled by a alleles which is present in the gene are called as factors in Mendel's period. These factors which are occurred in pairs. These factors are occur in pairs. So factors which are containing the trait character in pairs, those characters are named as, those units are named as factors in Mendel period. So each pair of character which are showing different characteristic feature, that is dissimilar pair of factors. One member of the pair is dominant and the other one is the recessive. This one I already told you in the previous video class. Each gene which are having the pair of alleles, one allele denoted as a dominant character symbolized with capital letter, another one which are showing the recessive character symbolized with a small letter. This law gives an explanation of monohybrid cross with the expression of only one character. So the law of dominance which is expressing his experimental explanation in monohybrid cross. In this monohybrid cross, Mendel has chosen only one character of the parental one. The F1 generation, it expressed only one parental character. So he has chosen one dominant character, one recessive character, but the F1 generation expressed only the dominant character. But the F2 generation, which expressed both the character. So this experimental views are expressed in proportion, that is 3:1 obtained at the F2 generation. Obtained at the F2 generation. That is said to be law of dominance. Once again, dear students, the law of dominance is important 3-mark question. Mendel has chosen two different characters which is present in the single gene, showing the dissimilar factors, that is dominant and recessive. The law of dominance is explained by the cross is called monohybrid cross. Mendel has chosen only one character. In the F1 generation, all are showing the dominant character. In the F2 only, they expressed both the characters. So the proportion of the monohybrid cross is 3:1 in the F2 generation. That is said to be law of dominance. Simply we can able to say that one, the dominant characters are expressed in high value than the recessive alleles. That is said to be law of dominance. Next one, law of segregation or law of purity of gametes. Dear students, the alleles which is present in the genes, they are not blending both the characters. They do not show any blending characters. Both the characters are seen in the F2 generation, although one of the character is not seen in the F1 generation. Dear students, alleles do not show any blending. Blending அப்படினா புதைக்கப்படுறதில்லை, மறைக்கப்படுறதில்லை. They expressed one character in F1 generation. Both the characters are expressed in the F2 generation. So there is no blending of alleles. It's taken place in the hybridization process. During the formation of gametes, the pair of alleles which is present in the genes are separated. First, then again they are joined together, segregate from each other, receives only one of the two factors. The homozygous parent produce the similar gametes. The heterozygous parents which are producing the two kinds of gametes, having one allele with equal proportion, so that gametes are never hybrid. So hybrid means which is produced from the hybridization method or cross between the two different parents. That is called a hybrid. But gametes means the single parent which is segregate the alleles. For example, TT is the pair of allele showing the dominant character. So both pair of allele which is separated into T and T, that is named as gamete, but it is not a hybrid. That's why they are given gametes are never hybrid. So these gametes having one allele with a equal proportion. So pair of tall plant T we are taking as 1T. Pair of recessive allele, that is small tt, we are taking one small t. Both of them segregated from the parental one, then joined together to form a capital T with a small t, which are showing heterozygous but tall plant. So this is said to be the hybrid but not a gametes. So this is said to be the law of segregation or law of purity of gametes. Dear students, in the previous paragraph we have seen two laws of Mendel. One is law of dominance. That means the single gene having the pair of alleles showing the different character, but one of the character which is dominant only expressed in the F1 generation, but both the characters, dominant and recessive characters, are expressed in the F2 generation, but the proportion of the cross, which is 3:1, that is monohybrid cross, showing 3 tall plant, that is dominant character, and 1 recessive character. So, dominant character only expressed in high quantity in the F2 generation. This law is named as law of dominance. Another one, law of segregation. The alleles do not blending, but one of the parental character, that is dominant character, expressed in the F1 generation. In the F2 generation, both the characters are expressed. That is, in the F1 generation, the alleles are segregated or separated. தனித்தனியா வந்துருது, capital T and small t. Then afterwards, they are expressed all the characters in the F2 generation. The homozygous parent produce similar gametes. The heterozygous parent, which are produce variable gametes with the equal proportion of one allele, so that gametes are never hybrid. That is, gametes which is different from the hybrid variety. Okay. So these are all the 2 laws proposed by Mendel, law of dominance and law of segregation. The law of dominance is proved by monohybrid cross. Now we are going to see how monohybrid cross is taken place in the pea plant. Dear students, in the monohybrid cross, Mendel has taken only one character or single character, that is height of a plant. So the height of a plant is determined by the single gene which are having pair of contrasting alleles. Pair of contrasting alleles or alternative form of 2 alleles which is present in the single gene. When the F1 generation, they are produced tall plant only. The alleles are segregated from the tall plant. 1 T is segregated. In the dwarf plant, 1 small t is segregated. Both of them join together to form a heterozygous tall plant in the F1 generation. So this F1 generation, that is heterozygous tall, is once again selfed with the other heterozygous tall plant. Mendel has noticed (787) of 1064 F2 plant were tall, while 277 of 1064 were dwarf. So out of 1064, 277 are dwarf plant, 787 are tall plant. See the ratio, that is 3:1. The dwarf trait is, character is disappeared in the F1 generation, but it is reappeared in the F2 generation. So the term genotype is a genetic combination of individual. Is a 2-mark question. What is genotype? The genetic combination of an individual or genetic constitution of an individual is called a genotype. Another one, phenotype, which is refers to the observable character of an organism. Observable means we can able to see with our naked eye. That is morphological character. That should be observed by our eye. That observable character is known as phenotype. The genetic constitution we are unable to see with our naked eye, but that should be identified by experimental method, that is said to be genotype. So genetic constitution of an organism is called genotype. Observable character of an organism is called a phenotype. Dear students, one important 2-mark question, differentiate between genotype and phenotype. Genetic constitution of an organism is genotype. Observable characteristic feature of an organism is called a phenotype. In the genetic cross, the genotype and phenotype of offsprings resulting from combining of gametes during fertilization process, easily understood with help of the diagram, was proposed by the scientist is called Punnett. That square is called Punnett square, named after the British geneticist Reynold C. Punnett. The Punnett square is a graphical representation of the genetical constitution as well as the observable characters, that is phenotypic ratio and genotypic ratio is easily understood by the diagrammatic or graphical representation is proposed by the scientist is called C. Punnett. That diagrammatic representation is named as Punnett square. So this graphical representation to calculate all the probability of possible genotype of offsprings in a genetic cross, so that this monohybrid cross is the best example for the explanation of law of dominance and also law of segregation. Dear students, one 5-mark question is there. Describe the cross which proves the law of dominance and law of segregation. What is the answer? Monohybrid cross is the example, explanation, best suitable explanation of law of dominance and law of segregation. That is F1 generation which are proving the law of dominance, and also F2 generation which are showing the segregation of the gametes, that is law of purity of the gametes, and also showing the law of dominance. So monohybrid cross is the best example of both the laws, that is law of dominance and law of segregation. Dear students, this is the diagrammatic representation which are proving the monohybrid cross. See the parental generation. P generation means parental generation. Mendel has chosen pure line breedings, that is true breeding, tall true breeding and dwarf true breeding. What is the meaning of true breeding? That means the two parental characters which are crossed with several generation and are produced the F1 progeny which are showing the same character of the parental one for several years or several generation. That breeding is named as true breeding. He has chosen that true breeding of tall plant and also true breeding of dwarf plant. So each gene which are determining the tall of a plant having the two contrasting or alternate form of T, that is alternate form of height of a planter. One is tall, which is written in the capital letter, and also dominant. Pair means you have to write 2T, capital T, capital T. Likewise, early switch is denoted as an recessive, that is symbolized in the small letter, and also pair small tt. So both of them are homozygous. Homozygous tall plant and also homozygous dwarf plant. So this is named as the parental character. Both of them crossed together. The F1 generation. See, the two tall character, that is alleles, which are segregated TT. Likewise, the recessive alleles also segregated small tt. Both of them crossed together and shows the graphical representation of Punnett square, that is capital T multiplied with small t. So they are produced capital T with a small t. So all the gametes which are produced in the F1 generation forming the heterozygous tall plant. So this heterozygous tall plant is once again selfed with other heterozygous tall plant. The F2 generation, which are showing the male and female gametes, that is TT with a TT. They are producing capital TT one plant, that is homozygous tall plant, and small tt one plant, that is homozygous dwarf plant. Remaining two, which are showing both the alleles. That's why they told law of segregation. The different alleles which are segregated in the F1 generation, once again, they are expressed in the F2 generation. But F1 generation, it expressed only the dominant character. But in the F2 generation, both dominant and recessive characters are expressed, which proves the law of segregation. The F1 generation, which proves the law of dominance. See the F2 generation having one homozygous tall plant, two heterozygous tall plant, and homozygous dwarf plant. So, out of this 4 gametes, they produced 3 gametes are tall and 1 is the dwarf. Out of this 3 tall plant, one is the homozygous tall plant, another one is the heterozygous tall plant. That is 2. Remaining 2 are heterozygous. So, the TT, capital TT and small t, capital T with small t are the different genetic constitution of the pea plant, that is named as genotype. Then the tall and the dwarf are the observable character, that is known as phenotype. See the offsprings in the F2 generation. Genotype I told you, capital TT, capital T with small t and small tt. The genotypic ratio is 1:2:1. The phenotype, 1 homozygous tall, 2 heterozygous tall. So totally how many tall plants is there? 3 tall plants is there. So 3 phenotypic tall plant and only 1 homozygous dwarf plant. That is 3:1 is the phenotypic ratio of monohybrid cross. So dear students, this is the graphical representation of monohybrid cross, which proves 2 laws. One is the law of dominance, which is expressed in the F1 as well as the F2 generation. But the recessive character, which is only expressed in the F2 generation, that is proved the law of segregation or law of purity of the gametes. So, this monohybrid cross is the best example, explanation of law of dominance and law of purity. Dear students, I hope have you all understood what is monohybrid cross how it is taken place in the pea plant, how this monohybrid class, which is explaining the law of dominance and the law of segregation. Dear students, if you are having any doubt, please ask me over phone. Remaining we will see in the next video class. God bless you. All the best, children.